Hey everybody, Yankee here. Today I want to talk about the failed round 30 super carry from Remington. And I think pretty much all of us can agree it is a failure. Now, if you disagree with me, feel free to come into my live chat. We have them every night at 6 p.m. They're open to the public every night except for Monday and Wednesday when they're members only chats. And you got to be a patron member, a Subscribe Star member, or a member of my YouTube channel to come to those. But otherwise, they're open to anyone every other night of the week. Feel free to come in and change my mind. But like I said, 30 super carry is pretty much a failed round. And there's a couple questions around this that people have been asking me. Why has it failed? And is there any way it could be saved? Well, the reason it's failed is pretty simple. It's like what I said when I first covered it in one of my videos. I'll put a link to that video in the upper corner of this video. I said this round is not going to take off because it's only being offered in guns that you can already get in 9mm. And most people are going to stick to the 9mm. It's just the most common round that you can get. And the 30 super carry doesn't equal it ballistically. Doesn't come close to the higher 9mm rounds. It comes pretty close to the lower loaded rounds, the lower capable rounds, or I guess should say lesser capable rounds. But it's not 9mm. It's not as powerful as 9mm, not as common as 9mm. And for some reason, the manufacturers decided, hey, all the guns we're going to offer it in are basically also offered in 9mm. So people just stuck with 9mm. 30 super carry didn't take off. Like I said, it's a failed round. Nobody cares to have a couple more rounds of a lesser caliber. If you're looking at two Smith & Wesson shields and you go, I can get the 9mm one, or I can get the 30 super carry, going to have more trouble probably finding the 30 super carry. It might disappear in a year, and I won't buy ammo for my gun anymore. Won't be able to. I'll have to try to unload a gun that you can't buy ammo for, or else I just have a paperweight, or I can get the 9mm. And now you will say, okay, well, the 30 super carry will have a couple more rounds, but then again, they're not as powerful as the 9mm. Sure, I can get a revolver in .22 that has more rounds than a .357 Magnum, but I ain't going to do that, because I'd rather have the .357 Magnum when it comes time to defend my life or my family's life. So that's why it failed. It just wasn't a good alternative to 9mm, and that's the way they marketed it. The whole marketing scheme was built around, hey, you can get a couple more rounds of a less powerful caliber that might not be around forever. That was the marketing, and that's why it failed. I said that from the beginning. Unless they start marketing this better, like as an alternative to 380, they were going to fail, and they did. And like I said, if you disagree with that, try to change my mind, but I think they have failed. Hey everybody, I want to interrupt my video here for a quick second and let everybody know we have started the Fur Friends Animal Fundraiser. If you go over to my website, TYMPpistolproject.com, you can actually donate over there. Go over there, please donate. There are so many animals in need right now, and we can help them. If we band together, we can make a difference. So go over and donate. For every $20 you donate, you will get one entry into the drawing, which we will have at the end of the fundraiser, which is going to be for a gift certificate to the online retailer of your choice. And I think it's going to be, I think we can do $800. We might be able to do $1,000, but we might be limited to $800. But still, you can get something nice with that. So go on over, donate, help an animal in need whose only crime was being born or being owned by people who shouldn't have the right to have pets. So go over, help out, possibly win a prize. Coming soon will be a store over there with merchandise in it that will benefit Toy Guns for Tots. I'm still on that. Fur Friends Animal Rescue. And if you go over there now, the only item over there right now that benefits Fur Friends is the less popular Pets shirt, the first in the series, the orange Stabby. If you want to get that one, that benefits Fur Friends Animal Rescue also. But I'll get more information for you tomorrow or maybe even later today in a video. But for now, please go over and support the Fur Friends Animal Rescue annual Christmas fundraiser. Now, could it be turned around? Could this round become popular? Yes, it could. That can always happen. Monkeys can fly out of my ass. Anything can happen. I haven't stuffed any monkeys up there that I know of, but it could still happen, I guess. Everything's possible, it's like people like to say. But like I was saying, it could get popular if manufacturers came out with guns that were designed around the caliber, designed around this specific round, or modified 380 guns to take this round. If you could say, hey, this gun everybody loves in 380, like a PPK, is now available in 30 Super Carry, which gives you a few more rounds in it, and they're more powerful. They're not quite 9mm, but they're definitely better than 380. That would be a big selling point. That would make people feel more confident in their decision, because they'd say, well, it's better than 380, and I get more rounds, and I get to have an iconic gun I've always liked. Like if the Beretta Cheetah, or the 80X they call it now, was in 30 Super Carry. That's a good alternative to the 380. It's not a good alternative to 9mm. I wouldn't want a 92 in 30 Super Carry. I'd want an 80X or Cheetah in Super Carry. Heck, maybe they could even make guns as small as the Tomcat in the 30 Super Carry. That would be a huge advantage to the round, and would be a big improvement over the 32. Huge improvement over the 32. Much more powerful round. So if they did that, if they got together and they actually modified 380 guns, made them in 30 Super Carry to where you had a better alternative to the 380, then it could be successful. Or if they came out with guns that were designed around it, that were smaller than the current 9mm guns you could get, had more rounds than them even though they were smaller, but were still better than 380 alternatives. Could you imagine a C camp, an LWS C camp, instead of being in 380, being in 30 Super Carry? I'd buy one tomorrow. So they could turn it around. They could produce some guns people would be willing to take a risk on. Like I said, PPK, Beretta Cheetah, those things like that. If I could get those in 30 Super Carry, I'd probably sell the 380s I have and get it in 30 Super Carry. And I would think, hey, the round is more likely to stay around, more likely to be available for a long time, because there's some good offerings in it now, and it's better than 380. I think this round is going to replace 380, and might even end up being cheaper than 380, because 380 is expensive. It is not cheaper than 9mm. So like I said, it just can't compete with 9mm. It has to compete with 380. That's where they went wrong with the marketing. That's where they went wrong with the guns they chose to chamber it in. And that's why it failed. Now, should it be popular? Yeah, I think it should be for a lot of reasons that I'm not going to go into today. Maybe I'll cover it in a different video. But there are some reasons why I think we need an alternative to 9mm. Something that should be better. I'm started Save the 40s a long time ago, wanting people to make 40 caliber the round of the United States citizen market. And there's good reasons for that, other than just it being a better performing round than 9mm. But like I said, that's a topic for another day. For right now, even though I said we do need an alternative to 9mm, the 30 Super Carry wasn't it, isn't going to be it, and that's why, so far, it's a failed caliber. Hey everybody, please don't forget that we are still doing TYMP, the Yankee Marshall Pistol Project. If you feel that you could benefit from it, go over to that same link up in the corner, TYMPPistolProject.com, and register. If you have no need to benefit from TYMP, but you would like to support it, go on over and buy any general merchandise that is not Toy Guns for Tots merchandise, and all those proceeds will go to fund TYMP. There are new designs over there all the time. I try to add at least one design every week so people have choices. So go on over, pick up some merch, and support the Yankee Marshall Posse Pistol Project.